Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and this week winter warmers is what we're doing. So I'm making this delicious recipe from the UK cookie dough today. Now I'm not going to pretend I can pronounce it, so we're just going to say it's an amazing chicken dish with bacon and veggies. But I want to show you today how easy this is when it's made in both something on the stovetop and in the Thermomix. You know, most of the time I show you just the Thermomixing part, but today I'm going to take you through, and I did Monday as well, how we can combine it all, because this UK collection actually is, because they've released a stoneware collection over there where you can actually purchase in the UK, and we're about to release one in Australia. So keep an eye out for that in the very near future. So let's get started on this recipe. You can see I've already prepped some of it in front of me here. So it says to preheat an oven to 200 degrees, and then it says to add some to the bowl, olive oil, 30 grams. Now this is a TM6 recipe. However, don't go away if you've got a TM5 or 31. I'm going to give you the translation for you guys, okay? So you can still make it even if you've got a 31, a 5, something else that's a similar product, okay? So just hang around. We're going to start off with high heat cooking, which is a feature of our TM6. None of our other models ever got hot enough to do this searing off that we get. And so this is going to start with our onions. So the next step has 225 grams of quartered onions. So they're chopped into quarters, and it's probably the only time we actually do quarter our onions. We make them smaller than just halves, is because they're going to actually, it's kind of like a barbecue. It cooks off like a barbecue does. It's just beautiful. But let's put the lid on, and then we're going to put the splash guard on. So this is a new attachment because of this high heat functionality. And we need that, and it's here. Here it is. I'm like, where have I put that? Okay, it puts on the top instead of our measuring cup. It allows the humidity out while it still then stops the splashing out. So this onion is going to cook for 20 minutes. Now, if you're going to cook along to this video at home, you want to get started on the next step while this 20-minute cook time's happening. I'm not going to push go on that yet, because I'll come back to it, just because I want to take you through the next steps for timing. So we would normally cook that off. While that's cooking for 20 minutes, you want to then go to your stovetop, and you want to be cooking off your chicken and then your bacon. So in a pan, you're then going to add some olive oil and some butter. I actually only just did butter. This is in, as I said on Monday, I've only got 2 pans I use on a stovetop because my attention span is minute. Not only do I have a whole lot of kids, but I think even before kids, I just didn't have the attention span to stir a stovetop. So we got rid of them. All right, so we've only got 2 left. This is my big frittata pan, and it is a Solitenix pan. Love it to bits. Use it on gas, and now use it on electric. Loved it better on gas, but that's okay. That's just personal preference. And the other one you saw the other day, the Le Cruche, or however you pronounce that, the big hot pot thing. Now this one I don't have a lid for, so this recipe is perfect because it doesn't have a lid in the oven when you cook it off. The other one we did Monday, you had to have an oven for 20 minutes to start off with. Had to have a lid in the oven for 20 minutes to start off with. So while this is doing the 20-minute high heat, now if you don't have TM6, you've only got 31 or 5, you're doing Varoma, 20 minutes, okay, on speed 1 or half stir, okay, that's your conversion. In there, you're going to then cook off in batches your pieces of chicken. Now, I don't need to do it in batches because I can do the whole lot in one go, and you're just browning it off on both sides. And then, normally you'd put it aside in your Rockstar. I'm fortunate enough I could cook it in here and leave it in here. Then it says to disregard the juice and then fry off the bacon. So I had enough capacity in here that once my chicken was done, I could actually chuck the bacon in and finish the bacon off in here as well. So you can see my chicken bits are cooked off, not completely through. We're talking searing, okay? They're going to finish off in the oven, and the bacon is nicely browned as well. So that's how you go those first few steps. Then they want you to put on some mushrooms. Now, if you don't eat mushrooms, don't use them. You might use some cut up zucchinis or something. I think it would be beautiful in there. So some mushrooms. Oh, did I miss it? And then some carrots. I don't think I read the whole screen. Going with that whole, I don't have attention span at the stovetop, I certainly don't when it comes to reading instructions either. Does it say that? Yeah, carrots, peeled and in rounds. I didn't peel mine, but this is going in here as well. And then, there we go. There we go. And now we're going to then season with salt and pepper. Oh, it's up the back here. And then want to turn this on to cook because I don't want it talking over the top of me. Then we're putting some wine over the top. Now, I don't have enough wine. I have only got probably about 150 mils left. Don't let that stop you. We're just going to top it up with some water and some veggie stock. At the end of this recipe, it actually has a beautiful sauce that you make with the leftover juices. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put some water in instead, about probably 500 mils because I didn't have enough of the other. And then that'll do me. If you don't end up with enough liquid in there, it's not the end of the world because it's just going to not have as much gravy at the end. Okay, so it's not too bad if you don't have enough. Don't stress too much. I'm just going to put some blobs of my beautiful veggie stock around the place now. And then it asks for some garlic, and it says some beautiful thyme as well. Now, I don't have fresh thyme. I am going with dried thyme. Does this not look beautiful? I reckon it looks really pretty. Somewhere along the line in this recipe, there's parsley as well. I can't see it on the screen. No, it doesn't have it on there yet. Now it's got 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic. So I'm just doing 4 little blobs around the place on here. A bit like I did the veggie stock. And then we bake it. Okay, so that's that step there done. So this is going to be cooking for 20 minutes. You can get this done. Then once this is baked, we'll come back and we'll do the next step together. Okay, because I'm going to go get mine on the 20-minute cook time, and I'm not going to bake this yet because I need to also check whether I've skipped the step where I add the onion that we've cooked in here as well. So let me return in one moment because I want to just read this recipe and make sure I've not muffed it up for you guys in adding the onions that we need to cook for 20 minutes. So let's come back in 20 minutes and I'll tell you what I've done. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. I'm glad I stopped that and reread the recipe. Nothing like doing videos and getting caught up in the recipe so much you forget. So you do need to have this cooked off before this goes in the oven for the 45 minutes to an hour. Look at this beautiful high heat cooked off onion though. Like, I'm just going to show you that in a beautiful pile there. It is so caramelized and beautiful there. Now, a little tip is if you get browning on the bottom of your bowl, no need to scrub it and work hard at it. Citric acid, okay? 1 tablespoon of citric acid, 1 cup of water, which is 250 grams, and put it on kettle function and it will cook off in no time. If you're on a TM31 or a TM5 aroma, okay, and let it come up to boil, probably take 10 minutes. So that is looking absolutely amazing. Like, look at that onion there. So I'm just going to spread that around into the mix here. Now this, as I said, goes in the oven as per the recipe for 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to come back, take out the beautiful gravy sauce from underneath, and that's going to go back in. We're going to thicken it with some corn flour to finish up this recipe. So I'm going to get this beautiful in the oven now, and I'll be back in about an hour to show you the gravy and finish this off. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay, this has come out of the oven and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, I'm supposed to strain the liquid off, but I think because I didn't use all that wine and instead I used some water and stock, it's actually not got a huge amount left. So with that in mind, it normally says to take away your bay leaf and thyme. I didn't even have bay leaf anyway. The thyme was dried stuff. Add the liquid from Betty into here, and then it's supposed to reduce down for half an hour. Now, I don't have that much left in there. I've got a little bit, but not enough. Then you're supposed to put some butter and some flour in it. Then it says to cook, and it thickens. It uses the thickening mode. So with that in mind, I'm not going to. I am just going to dress mine with some beautiful parsley, fresh off the bush outside. And can you believe this dish is done? It smells amazing. It looks amazing. And I'm excited to serve this up for dinner with some mashed potato out of the Thermomix as well. So there you go. Give this dish a go. Let me know what you think. Don't let the stoneware scare you. Use a quiche dish or something that's oven proof. It has a bit of liquid, so you need a little bit of depth in it, but otherwise there's lots, you could just use a cake tin if you needed to, as long as it's got the side on it. But I do hope you'll give it a go. Smells amazing, looks amazing, well worth your time, and I hope you're enjoying these winter warmers. My name is Lisa Keegan. Thanks for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you make this in your Thermomix soon. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.